Welcome back to Level Headed Gamer, guys. My name is Joseph. Today we finally got some details on exactly what's going to be featured in the demo and what we're going to be able to do. What I want to do is kind of go through the facts of it, and what I thought were the most interesting points. And at the end we can have a little conversation what I think of the size of the demo, what's being given on offer, where I'm going to be playing it myself, and just kind of have a little conversation. But without any further ado, let's get right into the video. And guys, remember, if you enjoy this kind of content, I'm releasing a lot of Outriders content on this channel, so make sure you subscribe down below. Let's get into it. Now, the first thing I thought right away is awesome, and that's kind of what I predicted it to be, is the demo is going to have the whole opening chapter of the game, which is going to include about 3 hours of content. Dudes, that is a meaty demo. Awesome. And not only that, you're going to get a boss encounter, a main boss encounter, with what looks like 3 or 4 about side quests. And the reason I say 3 or 4 is they show the map of the area you'll be able to explore, and the side paths you can go to the side to kind of explore off the beaten path. And that reminds me of Borderlands. Anytime you were able to do that, there was a side quest within those little areas. Who knows, maybe there's gonna be more side quests. Not to mention, for all those hardcore guys, they did say we're gonna be able to farm resources, which later on will be used for modding and crafting. We won't be able to really utilize it in the demo, but at the very least we can start farming it for the final game overall. Something we know, but I just want to point out again because it's just fun and it's going to be exciting for me, is all 4 classes are on display. You'll be able to play with all the classes, and the save will be save transfer will be available within the same family, meaning PlayStation 4 to PlayStation 5, Xbox to Xbox Series X, and PC. You know, that's how it kind of works. But PC, remember, if it's on Epic, it's on Epic. Steam is its own thing, and Nvidia, well, that's its own thing as well. So they're all different kind of families, so to say. And at the same time, it will be fully playable in co-op, and you'll have crossplay. But it looks like you have to complete the beginning section, because they mentioned that you have to come up to a matchmaking terminal to get your friends in. And I'm assuming the beginning of the game is going to have some kind of big epic sequence they want you to experience on your own to set up the story, and then they're going to allow you to bring your friends in. And crossplay is in the game, but they did mention you do have to go into options, you do have to activate it, because it is in beta form still. So it's still kind of, you know, it's in the early stages. They're going to improve it, so it's there. Just make sure you activate it. And what I thought was nice, a new thing we've never heard about, is that if you want to join your friend in the game, it's going to give you a spoiler warning if your friend is ahead of you. I think that's pretty awesome in case you want to know where you're at in the game. You don't have to ask your friend in case they forgot. You don't want to hear the details about certain parts of the story. I'm one of those people. I don't want to know anything about the story. I want to experience it on my own, or at the very least at the same time with my friends. Also, the next gen for the games is going to be a free upgrade. So guys, if you're one of those guys right now can't get a PS5, can't get a Series X, and you stop playing on the original platform, the upgrade is going to be free. So you can start playing now and you'll be able to transfer your save. So no worries there at all. You're also, which I thought is nice, a nice little detail they never mentioned before, is you can re-edit your character after the creation where the game begins at any point when you go to your camp. I mean, you can't change the face. I don't think you'll be able to change the face. They didn't mention that. But you can change the haircut, piercings, markings, scars, whatever you want to do to kind of change up the look and freshen up the look of your character, which I think is nice overall. And something I haven't seen, or at least I haven't paid attention to, you can have banners, just like in Diablo 3, which again, it's a nonsensical thing, but I think is just fun. And you'll be able to unlock 4 powers by the end of the demo to experiment with. You'll be able to reach level 7 for your character, and which will grant you 2 points to invest in your skill tree. I think that's a pretty decent size amount to kind of give you that wiggle room to experiment with each character to see what you're gonna do. Guys, you already know I'm gonna max out every single character myself. I want to create as much content for you guys to give you as much information as possible to know which character to invest in, because there's some people you don't have all the time in the world, right, to play. So you want to know from a YouTuber or for somebody who's already put in the time to kind of what direction is the best for me, and hopefully I'll be that guy for you. And what I think about this, I think this is probably one of the better demos I've seen, and I've compared it to before without even knowing all the details to Division 1 and 2, because those were pretty meaty demos themselves. And it looks like they're doing the same thing here, and they just want you to experience the game. They know they're a small studio, they don't have the resources, they don't have the marketing, so how about give people a chance to play the game and create word of mouth, because I think they believe in the product. At the very least, that's how they're acting. They believe that they have a good product on their hands, and those that are into looter shooters or action RPGs, that's going to be really fun. My only concern right now is the story. They do claim that it's going to have a full-fledged RPG story, and when they say that, I think of Mass Effect. That's just where my mind goes. That is the pinnacle of action RPG, sci-fi stories that I can think of, despite whatever happened with Andromeda. So I don't know if it's going to be on that level, because in my experience, all looter shooter stories for the most part are an excuse to beat the game, or to a point where they're so stupid that you just don't care. And I'm going to say this, I know I'm going to get a little flack for it. I think Borderlands story is pretty stupid. It's funny, it has funny moments, but it's pretty stupid. It's just there to get to the end. And I want to know if it's actually going to have an interesting story, because it looks like the gameplay on, like from what I've seen from hours and hours of video, I'm sold on it. I'm on board automatically, so I'm super hyped for it. What I want to know is from you guys. Are you interested? I had this kind of conversation on the Facebook forum, and we talked about story, and it looks like it's half and half. Some people really want a good story. Some people don't care for the story, minimal story. Let me just get to the action. So it would be nice to see from you guys, what do you think? What do you think is going to be the focus for you? You just want a blend of the two? Of course, with a looter shooter, at the end of the day, it's the end game content and how long it's going to keep you there. And the fact that this game is not a live service game, and it's like, hey, we have a full package here. And I have a feeling if it succeeds, they're going to create more stuff. Because why create such a big franchise, put so much time into it, if you're not going to create more stuff? So, anywho, guys, I want you to enjoy the rest of your day. Take care. And thanks for checking me out.